Crafty Kate and I run a small crochet business. On this channel we talk all things yarn and crochet. Thank you so much for being here. This video is the first in my Chaos Crochet Challenge series. I mentioned this in another video. My boyfriend had the idea to come up with 12 different challenges for me to complete once a month throughout this whole year, 2026. So he wrote me some envelopes, 12 different envelopes with different crochet challenges in them. I don't know what they are. I did sit with him while he wrote them and kind of talked through what was possible and different options. So I'm really excited to get into these. So the way I'm going to do it is at the beginning of the month, I will open an envelope and then I have all month to complete the project and make a video out of it. So they're all different. He did write, a couple of them have, you can't read that, summer written on them, meaning that it should be done during the nice weather because it's really cold and snowy here in Wyoming. So a couple of them have summer written on the back, so I'll save those for like June, July, August. But the rest are all just random, and I'm going to open one a month and then complete the project. So it should be a little chaotic, a little crazy. He's a little crazy, so we'll just see how it goes. And you will see him in some of the videos as well, because I'll have to get his reaction to my makes and how I did for his challenges. So I have the first one here. I chose one. I'm going to open this one and we're going to see what my challenge is for the month of January. All right. It says, make our dogs with realistic eyes. So, obviously make each of our dogs in plushy form and then paint their eyes. So I will get pictures of each of them and I'll have to get a video of their eyes. Wednesday and Angel have brown eyes, I think, so those ones should be pretty easy, but Heifer, our little Australian Shepherd back there, has some crazy multicolored eyes, so I will get good pictures and video of her eyes and then we'll see how that goes. So our three dogs are Heifer, the Australian Shepherd. She's black, white, and gray with blue and brown eyes, I think. And then Angel is a German Shepherd, and Wednesday is black and tan mutt, basically. So this will be really fun and interesting to make all three of them. I'm going to have to come up with a pattern. I don't know if I want to do the same pattern for all three or mix it up and do some different ones. So yeah, I have a lot to think about and some eyes to plan, so I will check back in when I have some time to work on this project and give you an update. Hello! It has been a couple weeks since I last checked in after opening my little letter from my boyfriend for the challenge, and I have a couple days to work on this, so I'm setting a goal to finish this by the end of the day tomorrow. So today is Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday, and I'm hoping to post this video on Thursday, so that gives me a good deadline. I work best under pressure with a deadline, so I'm hoping that helps me. So let's track the dogs down and get some video of their eyes real quick, and then I'm going to look up some patterns and I will show you which one I pick. Okay, so here's Heifer. Stay there. Cuckoo, can you show us your eyes? So you can see she has one blue eye with a weird pupil, and then her other eye is half brown, half blue. She's very silly. She's like, what are we doing? Good girl, come here. Go sit. Good job. All right, so I think that's all we're going to get of Heifer. Here's Wednesday. She usually doesn't like the camera pointed at her, so look at her silly face. So she has brown eyes. She's a mutt. Good girl. All right, and then here's Angel. She's a German Shepherd. Come here. Angel, come here. Girl, sit. Good girl. There's Angel. She's got pretty brown eyes too, German Shepherd. So those are the three that we are going to be making. Okay, I did my best with the video of the dogs. I will also try to put some pictures in as we figure out the color changes for each one, so we can get a little more detail since they were all so wiggly. So I think I picked some patterns. Way back when she came out with these patterns, I wanted to make our dogs, so I'm going to go with these. They are the puppy patterns from Annie Caraway Art. I have made her kittens before and I love her patterns. They're really simple. So she has two different part 1, part 2 of the puppies and minis. And one of them is floppy ears and one of them is pointy ears. So I'm going to have to get both of them since Wednesday has the floppy ears and I love the way the ears look. So I want to see how she does those. So I'm going to buy both sets of the patterns. She has them on sale right now for 10% off. So here's pictures of what the patterns look like. So I'm going to get both of those and then we will pick yarn colors. I have an idea for Heifer, since she's so multicolored. I have a variegated yarn that I'm going to try, I think. So yeah, let me get these patterns bought and I'll pull some yarn and then we'll kind of talk about how we're going to do this and how we're going to pick the eye size and the colors and all that stuff. So be right back. Okay, so I looked over all of the patterns and went through my yarn to pick colors. And so Angel is the biggest. Obviously, she's a German Shepherd. And then Wednesday is kind of a medium large size dog. She's a little bit shorter than Angel, and then Heifer is an Australian Shepherd, so she's a lot smaller. So I'm going to use the German Shepherd pattern, German Shepherd puppy, so that's her biggest one in these pattern packs. And for Angel I'm going to use the black and tan from Elise Veludo. She has some other colors mixed in, but we'll just see how these look. The pattern is 2 colors, so it should work out, and then we'll just kind of make it look more like her, hopefully. And then Wednesday there is a Rottweiler mini, so I'm going to make that one with the same colors, obviously more black. It looks a lot like her with the floppy ears, so she'll be a mini, so it will end up a little smaller than the German Shepherd. And then for Heifer, the yarn that I want to try that looks a lot like her back is this Yarn Art Dolce that I got. So I want to use some of this. So this is more like Parfait chunky size, so that one will be a lot smaller. I use a smaller hook. So these are the Parfait chunky colors I picked to go with it. So she is kind of a mess of colors, so it will be interesting trying to figure out the color changes. I don't know if I'm going to need these or if I can get away with just those. So I pulled everything. We'll just see how it goes. So the Australian Shepherd pattern is the puppy, not the mini, but because I'm going to use Parfait chunky size, it will be smaller. So I'm hoping Angel ends up the biggest, and then Wednesday, and then the little Heifer. So I do think I'm going to have to make each of their faces first to see what size eyes I need. I don't want to make the eyes and then have them I don't want to have them be too big or too small. So I think I'm going to start working on all of their little faces up until we need eyes, and then we will paint some eyes. So I do think the faces are going to be the hardest part because it's going to be a lot of color changing for their noses and all that stuff. So I'm going to get started and I'll probably time lapse some of that, and then I'll show you when I get to the point of needing eyes. Okay, this is where I am on the Wednesday one, but I realized Wednesday has a cute little teeny tiny white spot on her chest right here, so I wanted to add that here. So I'm going to have to frog back a bit and put the little white piece, and then we'll continue on. I think once I do the baubles for the front legs, I will stop because then I'll have something to line the eyes up with. So we'll stop there to figure out the size, and then we'll start on the German Shepherd. So I'm going to frog back, put the little white spot, and then do the baubles, and we'll move on. Okay, so here's what I have for Wednesday. I am very happy with it so far. Obviously it doesn't look like much, but so here is a picture that shows her little chest really well. So she has the teeny little white dot in the middle, and then I added a little extra color change for her chest above her legs. So I like the way that looks. Baubles looking a little funny. But so we got the little color there, so we're going to add the nose here. I haven't decided if I want to do plastic noses or if I want to embroider, so we'll figure that out, and then we will get the other two up to this point, and then we'll go pick out the eyes. So I'll play with noses and then show you, and then we'll move on. Okay, so I have this little plastic nose that kind of has the dog shape to it, and it fits. I had a little trouble getting it in the magic ring, but I don't have a bigger one, and I'm afraid the angel one is going to be too big and I don't have a nose. So I'm not going to attach this. I'm going to wait till we have the other faces done. So I'm going to work on the other two and get them to this point. But it's very cute so far. Okay, I have Angel up to the point of needing eyes. I'm very happy with her as well. I did do some color changes, and I grabbed an extra color from my Elise Veludo. So this is like a little bit of a lighter creamish tan. So here is what I have. So this nose is shaped like an animal nose, but it's all shiny. It doesn't have the dog markings in it, but I think it's the right size. It looks a little funny on camera, but it's really cute in person. And then, so the color changes that I did, she has you do this same color, so she just does two colors. But Angel, here's a picture. It's the same picture I used of Wednesday, but this is a good picture of Angel in the background. So Angel has black ears, a black nose, and then kind of a cream chest and under chin thing, and then she's brown. So that's what I came up with. And then I'm a little nervous trying to figure out the black on her back. That will be a lot of color changes, but we will figure that out when we get there. But I like this so far with some pretty brown eyes up here. I think will be really, really cute. So that's what we have. Here's the size difference. The Wednesday one, the ears are surface crocheted on at the end, so she doesn't have her ears yet. That's why she looks so funny, but I think they are so cute so far. So I'm going to start Heifer. She's going to be quite the project, I think, to make her look right with all those crazy colors. But I'm hoping I can just use that variegated yarn. So we'll see how that looks, and I will check in a little bit. Okay, I got Heifer up to needing eyes. I was hyperlapsing and then was frogging a whole bunch because of the color changes, getting them lined up correctly. And because it's Parfait Chunky and Yarn Art Dolce, it frays really bad, so it was frustrating me a little bit. So then I forgot to start the hyperlapse again. But so sorry you missed out on that, but I am very happy with how she turned out. So here's a picture of Heifer and the way her head and face and everything looks. And here is what I came up with. So she has that little black mark above her eye and then black around the one eye. So I tried to line those up, and then this little nose looks perfect. I love her ears. She's looking so cute. She does have a white chest, but I was afraid it would look funny if I just kept doing half and half all the way back. So I decided to do gray with white feet, just so that it didn't look like half and half all the way back. I thought it would look strange. So this is what we're going with. I absolutely love it. I love the little nose. So I think I'm going to snap all of their noses on. Wednesday is looking a little small, but their noses are perfect. So I'm going to snap the noses on. And then I also grabbed eyes. And even though they're all different size plushies, it looks like 18mm eyes are going to look best on all of them. I tried 18mm on Angel and it looked really goofy. So here's what we have. It's going to look funny because it doesn't have a background, so that doesn't tell you guys much, but I'm going to try 18mm for all of them. They're a little big on Heifer, but I think it will be cute because I need to be able to get the color changes in Heifer's eyes. Her one that's half blue, half brown is going to be a little tricky just because the blue, the half blue is going to be where the pupil is since these are kawaii eyes. So I'm going to have to do the blue a little bit farther back just so that it shows it. And then her other eye has that offset pupil in real life, so that one should be perfect, and I can do the brown around the whole thing, or blue around the whole thing. She has a blue eye and then a half blue, half brown eye. And then the other two just have brown eyes. So I'm going to look through my brown glitters. I think I just have one, but we'll see if I have the perfect color for those. So we'll do 2 sets of brown eyes and then Heifer's crazy eyes. So that's the plan. I will check in with you when I'm over there painting eyes. Okay, I have everything set up over there to paint the eyes, and I'll show you the colors I picked. So this is the brown glitter, just a really dark brown, but very sparkly. And then for the mica powder to go behind it, I picked a lighter color to hopefully kind of make it pop a little bit. We'll see how that goes. So those are for the brown. And then for Heifer's pretty blue eyes, I have this really pretty light blue glitter, and then this pretty mica powder to go behind it. So I think that should be perfect. I think it is going to be a little tricky to do the half and half eye. I've never done anything like that, so I'm going to have to be really careful with where the glitter ends up on the eye. So I'm going to save that one for last, but it is getting a little late in the day, so the light is not as great, but I'm going to take you guys over there and hyperlapse. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'll do my best. If you're interested in how I paint eyes, I do have a eye painting tutorial video, so I will link that down below if you're interested in that, because I'm not going to go over exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to kind of hyperlapse it and then show you at the end. So let's get started. I just finished the eyes and I am so happy with them. I'm going to try to show you, but like I said, we're losing the light, so I might have to show you again in the morning. But here are the brown ones. Definitely not great in this light, but you can see the glitter is a little bit darker, and then the background color is lighter to kind of make it pop, but they're very pretty brown. And then here's the second set. They're a lot more like reddish in real life. For some reason this light is making them very pale. And then here's another picture of Heifer so we can compare. So we have the blue eye for her solid blue eye. And that one just has the messed up pupil or whatever it is that goes off to the side. So that one's just all blue. And then for her half and half, get them faced the right way. I just did blue in the skinny parts and then brown on the back. I know it's a little more forward, but like I said, the black is kind of where the blue needed to be. So that will be Heifer's eyes. Okay, so my plan is to snap these all in, and then I will probably just pause for now and check in with you guys in the morning so we can see everything in the light and work on the rest of their bodies. So I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. So I'm here to update you and show you their eyes all placed in their heads. So we will start with Wednesday. She's looking a little funny because she doesn't have ears yet, but this light definitely shows the brown a lot better. They are so pretty. And I did change Wednesday's nose to this smooth one because the other one looked funny for some reason. So they all three have different noses now. But there's little Wednesday. And then we have Angel. I am loving the way Angel's looking. So cute. Beautiful eyes. And then little Hef. So cute. We got the little black that I added here around her one eye, little spot on her nose, the gorgeous blue. Got a little too close, the light on the camera got weird, but so there's a little Hef. So I think I'm gonna finish Heifer first because she should be pretty simple. Oh, also, I did end up frogging her a bunch last night. I decided, I was looking at her and realized that she has a good chunk of white right here on her back. So then it was going to look funny with, I had done the gray all the way down around her feet, which she has white mostly, and then the white right here. So I think I'm going to do one more row of white all the way around, and then I'm just going to switch to the gray and do that all the way back until her little butt. And then I'm going to make a white butt. So she should be pretty simple to finish. So I'm going to work on her first. She does not have a tail of any kind, so it should be simple to just make a little loaf body back here. So that's the plan going forward. And then after I finish her, we'll talk about Angel and Wednesday. So let's finish Heifer and I'll check in a second. Ow. Okay, I just finished Heifer. I'm not going to show you yet because I think at the end I'm going to show them all and then we'll compare them to some pictures that I have. So Heifer is done. She's adorable. I'm obsessed. So next I'm going to do Wednesday, I think, because hers should be pretty straightforward. Just black, tan feet, and then a brown butt and a black tail. So, and then I have to figure out the ears. The only thing about her that I'm going to struggle with are the ears because she has one that flops and then sometimes they both stick out. They don't stick up and they don't always fold forward perfectly. So we're going to have to mess with trying to get them to look a little goofy, but her body should be pretty straightforward. I am avoiding Angel because Angel has a black, I don't know what you call it, like a saddle on her back, like a black patch on her back. So she's going to be a lot of color changes, but I think she'll be real cute. We're just going to do her last. So we're going to work on little Wednesday here. She's pretty small, so it should be pretty quick. And then I'll check in before I start doing her ears so we can figure out something for that. So be right back. Okay, I finished Wednesday's body and I just surface crocheted on the ears according to the pattern. So this is what we have. So they're basically just like little rectangles. So I think what I'm going to do, it does say to tack them down however you want. So I think I'm going to kind of pinch it back so it sticks out to the side like that a little bit. I'm going to have to weave this one through and then do that over here, but I think that looks pretty good. I think they're even, so I'm just going to mess around with that and then put the tail on, and then we'll be done with this one. But she's looking cute. I added the little eyebrows. I just love the brown eyes. Okay, I just finished Wednesday, and again, I'm not going to show you, you saw most of it, but I'm not going to show you until the end and we'll look at pictures. So now we're going to work on Angel, and she should be decently simple. We're just going to do tan with like a black patch on her back, and then her feet are the same color, and then we'll have to do a tail. So it'll just be some color changes on the back, but shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to get to work on this and then we are almost done. Okay guys, I have officially finished all 3 dogs and I am so happy with how they turned out. So let's do a little photo comparison, and then I do want to get Nick's reaction to seeing them all done. So we'll do that a little bit later, but let's have a look. So here's little Heifer. And Heifer does not have a tail. She doesn't even have a nub, so I did not put anything back there. We lovingly call her our potato, and I think this plushie is perfect because it looks like a little potato with ears. I just love how the eyes turned out. So here's some pictures for comparison. I added the little black on her face. She has a very white chest here, and then she has a little white here. So I think it turned out just absolutely perfect. I love the size of it. It's so soft. I will say this Yarn Art Dolce, this variegated one specifically, because the white is actually Dolce too, but this variegated one does not like to be frogged. It almost doesn't like to be crocheted with. As you're using it, it moves on the strand so much. It was kind of a pain in the butt, but we made it work, and it is just perfect for her coloring, because I love how it kind of pooled a little bit because she has the splotches on her back. But let me know how you think I did. So there's little Hef. Absolutely love her. Okay, and then we have little Wednesday. And she did end up a little smaller than I meant, but she turned out pretty cute. So here is Wednesday, and here's some comparison pictures. So we have the little ears sticking out. And these ears you could tack to be floppy or stick out how you wanted. So I made them look a little goofy. It's hard to tell because they're black, but hers stick out all funny. So there are those. She's got her little eyebrow dots, pretty brown eyes. We got the little white patch here. And then the little brown butt. It was hard to get this to be round too, but close enough. And then I did a big tail for this one. This was the Rottweiler pattern, and Rottweilers have like little nubby tails, so I did a different tail for her. She has a long tail. There's little Wednesday. So cute. I love the little details, like the little white spot. Make her very unique. So there is that adorable girl with her pretty brown eyes. I almost thought these eyes were too big, but I think they're good. So cute. Okay, and then Angel turned out fantastic. I love the way the back patch turned out. So here she is. Got a little fuzz there. It's weird how the camera makes it look like indented, but it is so cute in person because it kind of sticks out and it's like makes it look long like a German Shepherd face. And she has a very black nose, so here's the comparison photos. And she has a little bit of a lighter color here. And then we did, oh, there's a fuzz. And we did all the legs the same. And then here's her little back patch. I angled it a little bit for a couple rounds and then just kind of finished it off. And then she's got the tan butt, long tail. So I think she turned out perfect. Those eyes, just beautiful. I love them all so much. Here's a cute little picture with all of them. So cute. So let me know down in the comments how you think I did. We will get Nick's reaction. So I will be back to check in when he is available, and we'll do a little reaction video and then we'll finish up. Okay, Nick is here and we're going to get his reaction to seeing the dogs. So here's Nick.
Hi.
He's the facilitator of my Chaos Crochet Challenge. So we'll show him all of the dogs that I made and see what he thinks. So here is Angel.
That's cute.
Turned out good.
Yeah.
Here's Wednesday.
Oh, like you got the ears going.
Yeah.
You didn't put any buttholes in them.
No buttholes, no.
No.
No, I skipped that part.
I said, that's you.
And then here's Heifer.
Oh, the eyes are perfect.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Thanks. Cute. Okay, so I feel like I did pretty good for my first challenge. We will definitely be doing more. Like I said, he wrote 12 different envelopes, so we have one a month. I might open the next one at the end of this video. We'll see. But before I finish up, I wanted to share a couple things that I've been making recently that I haven't shared with you guys yet in a video. So real quick, I have a new pattern coming out. It is currently in testing, and I don't think I've showed it on a YouTube video yet, so I wanted to share it with you guys. So this is my no-sew beaver. So the tail has a really fun texture. She's got little webbed feet. She kind of can sploot or sit like this. Cute little long face with little tiny ears. Beavers are rodents, so they look a little goofy. But yeah, I absolutely love this guy so much. And like I said, it is no sew. You crochet the tail in, the legs, the front legs, the ears, and everything. It's all one piece. So quick and easy, and I just absolutely love the way it turned out. And then I also made a little chewed branch accessory with little leaves on it, so you can make that to go with your little beaver. So fun. So excited for him to be done testing and to get it out for you guys. So it is supposed to release on the 30th, so next week. So excited. So there's that guy. And then I made 2 more new things, patterns that I have bought before that I haven't made before, if that makes sense. So I finally made the little cardinal. This is in the pattern pack from Just a Mom Crocheting. It has the hummingbird that I make all the time. So it has the cardinal, a bluebird, the hummingbird, and a woodpecker, I think. So I finally made the little cardinal. I made it with Parfait Chunky, 4.5mm hook, 10mm eyes. These guys are no sew, and I just love the way they work up. So tiny, so cute. So that is one that I made recently, and he is up on my Etsy. I was trying to make some new things for my palm street. That was the palm street was a bit of a flop the other day, but still got some fun, cute makes out of it. And then during the palm street, I actually made this guy. So this is the new owl pattern from Just a Mom Crocheting, and it comes in a pack with a penguin mod as well, so I want to make the penguin too, but I just thought this guy was so cute, and I've been making all the big ones from Mom's Stitch Eddy, and I wanted to make a smaller one. So there's this little guy. He's so cute. I used Elise Voluto for the white and the black, and then I have a big skein of gray Bernat blanket left, so I think his feet ended up a little bit big because I used Bernat blanket just for the feet. I did use my 6mm hook for the whole thing, but Bernat blanket is just a little bit thicker, so I think that's why his feet are a little bit large, but turned out so cute. And then I think these are either 18 or 20mm eyes, I can't remember, but so cute. So there's that pattern. So there's a couple of the little newbies that I've been working on recently, and I'm super excited for the pattern test to come out. So that's that. For an emoji down in the comments for making it all the way to the end of the video, let's do a little dog emoji for all my little puppies that I made that I love so much. I need to find somewhere to display them in my craft room. And don't forget to subscribe if you like content like this. Keep an eye out for the next Chaos Crochet Challenge video so you can find out what my paper says. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! So let's pick an envelope for the next Chaos Crochet Challenge, and I'll open it with you guys real quick. So, like I said, some of them he wrote somewhere. He wrote summer on. So I won't choose those ones because those require warm weather. And it is currently snowy outside. So here's what we have. I'm going to pick this one. Alright, so this will be my February challenge.